Good morning. Today is a day of change. It's out the old. I'm going to get rid of, and I've sold my old planer thicknesser that I've had for about 18 months, and I'm going to set up a brand new thicknesser. So let's see how it goes. First, out with the old. So that's out with the old. Now in with the new. And yes, it's as heavy as it looks. So this is the Dewalt DW733 Thicknesser. I managed to get it on a special deal from FFX on eBay for about £480, which I thought was a brilliant price. And for the first time, I'm going to have a brand new thicknesser to use for preparing the wood for my project. So let's have a look and see what's inside. I think I'm better to have this on the floor and then lift it up. So, here we go. Wow. Boy, that is heavy. That's out of the way. Right, set of instructions, and please read before operating your planer. That looks like a handle for putting it up and down. Here we go. We've got a box of goodies. A bag with a belt in it, the mains plug, and inside here I can see a little wrench, which I presume is for putting the blade up and down. So let's get the bits out, see what's in here. Right, so inside the box we've got a thing for your dust collector to alter the diameter of the dust collection. There's some screws to help you collect the dust collector, and this must be the dust collector itself. So that's the dust collector that goes onto the machine. I'm hoping the dust collector will work. I've read some reports to say it doesn't work that well, but we'll see in operation. So let's open the instructions and see what it tells us to do. You've got a parts diagram, an exploded list of the parts, a warranty document, and the manual itself. So I'm going to sit down for a minute and read these, and I'll come back to you when I'm ready to put it all together. Okay, I've had a good read of the manual, and there are two main things that I need to do before I give it a try. The first is to make sure that these tables are level. so that the wood goes through on a level table. I've checked them and they're not. Let me show you. You might see there that, well, that sits level on there. When I put it on the table, there is a gap. I don't know if you can see it there, but there is a gap here, which means that this table isn't level with the main bed, and the same is true on the other side. So I'm going to make some adjustments and see what happens. So let's make some adjustments. I've got the little wrench, and the adjustments are here and here. And I'm going to try and adjust them the same, so that, there we go, that's loosened that. That's one side, it's a bit fiddly, but let's now do the other side. Okay, that's the second side levelled out, and now I'm going to fit the dust extractor, if I can find the hood. There we are. There's the hood. There's 3 screws, one that goes on either side and one that goes at the bottom. Well, that was a struggle. I'm not normally that inept at putting screws in holes, but that is now attached, and we'll see how it works. One of the things I have read about these machines is that the dust collector doesn't work brilliantly, and I can already see that if this gets clogged, that would be a real pain to have to take those 3 screws off each time. So I may look at putting an alternative dust collector that I make on instead, that's a lot easier to clear when I've got blockages. So having done those 2 things, I'm going to put the wrench back and attach my dust collector. One of the things I learnt with my previous planer thicknesser that I'm now going to, that is now sold, is that it produces a huge amount of dust. So if you're going to get one of these, you need a dust collector, and I managed to pick up one that was almost industrial quality for a very small amount, and it's done a great job for me. So the next thing to do is put some wood through it and see what happens. find something. So I've got a bit of scrap pine here. I'm going to plug it in and lower the head. Most of my work is fairly thin, so it's all the way down, or almost all the way down. Probably about it. I'm going to switch on and see what happens, and first thing to switch on the dust collector, so this will be noisy, and then the thicknesser. That was an easy test. Turn the. That was an easy test because, well, it's a bit of already prepared timber. But let's give it something more substantial. This is a bit of oak, and this bit I've not used because it's got a crack in it, but it's also bowed. And one of the things that I tend to do is to try and take the top off. I know I shouldn't do this, you should plane it first, but in my experience the thicknesser has done it. So take the top off, level that out, and then turn it over. So let's see how this goes. Well, that's a really good, actually incredibly smooth finish. That's far better finish than I was experiencing on my previous machine. Very smooth, and yes, it's got out pretty well all of the bow, not quite all of it, but pretty well all of the bow on that board. Very difficult to get the bow out of that board because of the split within it, but it's good. Looks good, works well. I will use it over the next few days and see what happens. The other thing I'm going to do with it is I've got this Wixie scale that I had on my old machine. I've taken it off that, and it gives a digital readout. So I'll fit this in the next few days and let you know what that looks like as well. Thank you for watching.